Good afternoon, Professor. My name is Brendan Nicholas, and I will be walking you through the assignment project number 3, putting it all together. So with my program, I created a number guessing game, which I called Brendan's number guessing game. I made this program to hopefully ease users' mind by playing a little game against the computer. So I kind of based this one off of the Hangman that we did prior to this assignment in project 2. I kind of wanted to create something similar because that one was very challenging to create and it was also fun playing. So I kind of wanted to create something that was fun yet challenging for me to do. Um, in my program, the computer will choose a number between 1 and 100. The user will have 10 attempts to try and guess that number. Each time you do play, it's also really cool because you can try and beat the highest score each time. Although it is 1 through 100, the computer does pick. You can try and beat it. I guess try and beat it with like 3 attempts. So you do only get 10 attempts, but obviously you can change. I could change that if I wanted to, or maybe even put the range from 1 to 200 and make it a little bit challenging for the users. So with my code here on line 22, I went ahead and defined the class, which is going to be number guessing game. I did have some attributes in there as well, with the minimum number being 1, maximum number 100, and then the maximum attempts is 10. So there I can change, make the attempts lower, and make it a bit challenging for the users. Going down, the computer does generate the secret number of 1 through 100, as I mentioned earlier. As the users are entering in their guesses, the code def take underscore guess will go ahead and compare that to the randomized number the computer selected. As the users are making guesses, say the selected number of the computer chose 50, and say I put in 40 as one of my guesses, it will then print if I was higher or lower. So say the number was 50 and I put 40, it'll say incorrect, guess higher. If I say 55, it'll say guess still incorrect, guess lower. So it makes it a little bit easier for users to guess the number, I would say, just because it's kind of telling you if you want to go a little bit higher, a little bit lower, and then you can kind of guess the range and be like, oh, well, if I said 50 and I guessed 40 and it says higher, and I said 60 and it says guess lower, it has to be between between those numbers. So that's also really cool that I put in there. Let's see, going forward. So as you do run the program, which we'll see in here in a bit, you will be prompted with the welcome screen, which displays welcome to Brendan's number guessing game, which will be on line 57. It will then say, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. Can you guess it? And then it will display how many attempts you do have, which is 10 attempts to guess the number. I have some inputs in here as well, so you will input your guesses. If you do get it correct, it will display correct. Congratulations, you guessed the correct number in blank attempts. How many attempts it takes you to guess it. Like I said earlier, try a higher number if it's higher, try a lower number if it's lower. If you do guess something that's above 100, it will say invalid input, please enter in a valid number because it's only 1 through 100. So if you do go to the maximum of attempts, which is 10, you will be prompted with a text saying, sorry, you reached the number of attempts. The correct number was blah, blah, blah. It will then print the best score. The lowest number of attempts is blank. So I think I ran the code a couple of times and I've gone all the way up to 10. So hopefully I can get the high score on here. So we'll go ahead and run my code here. And I believe I ran it earlier. There might be some of it left from the last time I ran it. And also my computer is going really slow. Okay, so welcome to Brendan's number guessing game. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. Can you guess it? You will have 10 attempts to guess the number. So let's let's go ahead. It's randomized, so let's go with 6. Let's start low, higher number, so 20, 30, so 50. Higher number, 80. Wow. Higher number, 90. 95. Higher number, 97. 99. 100. Wow. Congratulations, you guessed the correct number in 110 attempts. Sorry, you reached the number. The correct number was 100. Your best score, the lowest number of tens is 10. So I still have the, took me 10 attempts both times. So I did have a little bit of trouble doing this assignment. It was kind of similar to the other one. Obviously the inputs were easy. The rest, the loop management was kind of a little easy. I think the hardest thing that I had trouble with was, I guess, was limiting the attempts. That was a little difficult, but I ended up getting that because I never done that before. What else did I have? Nothing else. I believe that was it, but oops, let's see. I had a lot of fun creating this code. My computer is going really, really slow. And I know it was a little similar to the Hangman code that we created. But this one I did utilize the OOP by encapsulating important attributes such as the minimum number, the maximum number, the max attempts, and the secret number, and then high score. The method generate a secret number and take guesses, which was which is where it compares your guesses to the computer's selection. It allows the computer to generate a number and it accepts users' guesses and provides users feedback if their guesses were correct or not. I really wanted to just make it easier on users, and if they're having like maybe a rough day and they want to be challenged, I wanted to create this for them to sit down and guess. And I learned a lot creating this code. There's obviously the attempts was hard for me to do. I learned that. Everything else was really easy. Except for those two. Yep, and thank you.